pick these things that we call truths, which are beliefs, which are opinions that we hold with conviction, a belief. So, you know, a sense of fair play, a sense of being honest, creativity, kindness, disclosure, intimacy, love, freedom. I mean, freedom, come on, America has been priding itself on, since our inception, that we are a free country. If you travel the world, you realize we're probably the least free country right now. We don't have the freedom to do, we can't even go to the airport anymore without getting searched. I mean, it's pretty crazy, because why? Because we have an ideal of freedom, but we're not principled. And principles are basically to the extent, which is what gives you integrity. Your principles are to the amount that you adhere to your character. So if I'm going to have an ideal of freedom, I'm going to have a principle that I live every day. When I get to a moment, like for instance when 911 happened and they incorporated this Patriot Act, when everybody was scared and so ready to give up security for freedom. That was highly manipulated in my opinion, but that is what we do. We're not adhering to our character. You got to figure out what's the best thing to do now. What's the best thing? How can I still be free and handle this issue? Well, we just went right to security right away and said, you know, we got to do this, otherwise we can't protect you. They really can't. Anyway. But anyway, you get the concept. Did we get the concept? Is it clear? So if you don't know what your ideals are, it'd be really, really valuable to write them down. Because some of them you might have and realize, you know what, I actually don't really care that much about that. My dad used to care about that, or my mom used to care about that. And so what will happen is you'll start realizing you might not have that many. And you might not be adhering to anything, which is kind of what happens if someone adopts this persona that they emulated from somewhere. I'm going to be the Marlboro Man. You know, they're going to hang out and walk around and look like the Marlboro Man until something bad happens and they're not going to know how to use the rope. You know, they're not going to know what to do because they don't have any depth because it's an emulation. But if they have the depth was based in ideals, and these are something that you were working on every day, being better at, be principled about these ideals, you start having a knee-jerk response to these concepts. And you become a person with character and integrity. So authenticity is really important if you're going to create something. But say you want to be, you know, you've gone to school your whole life to be a lawyer. And then one day you're just like not digging it and you don't know why. Well, it might be that those ideals, you don't have any ideals left. And without self-esteem, we don't grow. And these things create self-esteem. Partially. This is partially how you get self-esteem. By learning that I can cope, learning that I can make decisions and be who I say I am. And you get confidence and self-esteem out of that. If you are not living ideals, you will live somebody else's. And you won't feel fulfilled no matter what you do. You're going to feel empty all the time. And you won't know why. Even if you're successful, it'll be a certain amount of unfulfillment. Because you don't know why you're doing it. You're doing it because of other reasons that aren't your own, and you're not really being authentic. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about on there. That's one of the things I really, really was attracted to about coaching, and why I think it's a pretty interesting model, having this matchmaking service set up with coaching. Because no matter where you are, if you don't know the basics, you're not going to get what you want. What you're going to do is create a woman that your mom wanted, or your dad wanted, or somebody else, or somebody that you saw in a movie somewhere. And you're going to end up hustling for that, and in the end, you're going to be excited until you attain it, and there's not going to be anything left. So learning to really be authentic is really, really important. I don't even know sometimes what's more important than that. And then in the process of being authentic, you start really standing out as an individual. Because now you start to know, oh, I know why I'm doing this. And if something doesn't work, you look and you find another ideal. You find a place to lift a principle. Because what these things are going to do, they're going to create a structure that you live in.